Hey, 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 welcome to Vibe of the Week. Let's get started right away. Because you want to know about this. What I'm feeling and what I got from Metatron was there is a lot of, and I don't know if you can feel it because I know I feel like I'm almost vibrating with it. There is a lot of energy. Spring is here. Spring's the time for planting. Spring's the time for it's just naturally a time where we get that energy boost. We do our spring cleaning. We go outside and we clean up our yard, and we just, we have all this energy. We're kind of like the hibernating bear that's coming a little bit out of, what's going on, and we find this energy. The only thing I want to say about that is definitely use that energy to propel you forward, but there's a discernment piece in there, okay? So it's not all about, oh, I'm just going to do this and this and this and this and this, and being like impulsive. It's more like use that energy productively, if that makes sense. So I asked Metatron to give us some cards. Oh, okay. And the first one is, I think we've got this before, 13, air, fly free. All right. So this is saying, do those things. It's time to fly. Spring is my favorite time of year. So maybe I'm biased. I'm not sure, but fly free. So get out there and do those things. And like I said, use the energy to propel you forward, or use the energy to fly. That's what it's there for. And the next one is number 25, passion, love for life. So this is also probably, has a lot of what I'm feeling too. There's passion. You might be really passionate about something. You're feeling that fire or that spring energy that's like, oh my gosh, I just want to fly, take off, get going. This is my passion. It's all about that. But then we got number 24, the orange, connection and attunement. I've never pulled this card before, but I absolutely love it. Okay. This is the one where it feels like, yes, you want to fly. Yes, you want to do your passion, but stay connected, stay attuned. So there's that discernment piece in there, so that you're not maybe doing something really impulsive before you know exactly, have all the details, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. All right. And then let's see, what other couple cards that I got? Oh, all right. So cleanse. Okay, says cleanse, and it's your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take out time for some much needed cleansing. Okay, perfect. Spring cleaning. All right. Okay, people, spring cleaning on yourself. That's what this one is about. It's time for you to cleanse. Maybe get rid of some old, say goodbye to some things that are still not working in your life, or no longer serving you. It's time for you to do spring cleaning on your body, on your soul, on your spirits, okay? And find your strength. Find your strength here. And strength comes from many sources. Staying strong builds confidence, conviction, a balanced body, mind, and soul. Okay, so yeah, find your strength. So if you cleanse out some of the stuff that's not working, your strength is going to become more apparent. So you can go and take off and fly and do those things that you want to do. And then the last card is, oh, I love this card, intuition. Use your intuition. So I guess that's where the discernment part comes from, rather than just flying and taking off and not really having that focus, but feeling that energy, because it's very much like this. Use your intuition to know, okay, I'm taking off and I want to do this, and I'm going to, get attuned, and I'm going to kind of make that connection and use my intuition to make sure that I'm not just being impulsive, but I'm doing something that really is in my best interest, if that makes sense. And now Kitty is going to use the astrology to tell us what she got for vibe of the week. Kitty?
Well, it's always, we say this every week, but really that one card that we had never gotten before, that really is the vibe of this week. We started yesterday with this new year and this Earth magnetic field and looking at the fact we're letting new light in. And just like that was New Year's Day. Well, starting today and through at least the first 3 days of this week, it really is about these new technologies, these biological technologies that we're developing because of this extra light that's coming through. And it is about good health. It is about beauty and higher energy and being able to access these things. So starting a new practice in this cleaning out of others is a great thing to do this week. We've got Mercury working with Uranus. There's an unfolding of the pleasant side of life in this first 3 days. And so it's a good time to get out, do things, be in nature always, but taking care of that body. I saw that was the orange, the sacral chakra. That's about the instincts and the survival motion that we have, there it is. Yep. And then of course, we're developing these new technologies with our intuition and taking care of our whole bodies. Starting on the 23rd, it's a really impressive, dreamy spirit that we're tapping into, and we're moving ahead and things feel really pretty good. And then we slow down a little bit, because what's happening is, as we're getting into that instinctual new things, we will see things differently. And some of those old feelings and old fears and behaviors will be coming up. The 24th is happy with who we are, getting new information. And as we pull new things in, it's working with the North Node. As we pull things in, we're going to be having to let go of some things that have worked their way into other places. On that 25th and the 26th, we're going to feel some kind of, it's a Gemini energy of being assertive, and there may be some conflicts in your relationships. The moon moves into Virgo, and therefore that's about all the little pieces and taking care of things. And so it's a chance to know it's coming, that we're going to work on releasing it. And some of those things you've done in the first 3 days are going to be perfect to go with it. So you're spring cleaning, literally, you're letting go of some, and you're able to, in these first probably 4 days, really kind of start some new things and some new practices. And but feelings are going to be really running pretty high coming around the 25th into the 26th. There's that assertive Gemini, and there might be some things in the bigger collective that start to come up. Try not to get yourself pulled into those. It just has to do with Mars conjuncting the North Node in Gemini, and it's a good time to observe that 24th and 25th and 26th, and just be aware that a lot of us are going to be feeling that, because we're coming into a full moon. And I'm going to do something later this week on the full moon, but that full moon is in Libra, and it's running at 808 degrees. That's Lionsgate. That is the portal of Lionsgate. Even though it's in Libra and it's looking for balance, it is a super moon. So it's going to be a bigger pull on the tides, a bigger pull on the tectonic plates. And so, and things are going to be coming. So you've been moving this stuff out. You have this new stuff you brought in, and you're going to start to see things you haven't seen before with this super moon. And because it's in an air sign, it's going to be about thoughts and learning to that discernment about what am I going to pay attention. Feelings are going to run high, but I'll be talking a little bit more. There may be some even major choices that start to become apparent this week. So it's a mutable mode. It's about sweeping in and finishing. So it's going to be really, really interesting. The full moon is at 11:48 Pacific Standard Time. And so that's 48 Eastern Standard Time next Saturday. So it's a pretty busy week. I'm double checking my notes. We are in general, because of this Uranus and Taurus aspect we are in general learning some new biological. Taurus is the body. Uranus is technology. Some new biological abilities are going to start becoming more and more to the surface. And
I love it. We're becoming bionic women and men.
Right. Well, this is the age of the crown, the wise woman. And this week is kind of a microcosm of what the year will be about. But again, I'll be coming on
Nice.
and we're going to do a thing about what the chart said on New Year's Day about the year. And also going to be coming on a little bit to talk a little bit more about this first big super moon of the astrological year. So,
Yeah, well, I'm not an expert in the astrology by no means, but what I've been hearing that this is really a big, powerful moon that's coming in. So it doesn't surprise me that you want to come on and give more information on it. All
right.
right. Oh, make each day counts. Okay. We say
Yep.
that every time, but I guess it's just a reminder that we need to know that every day is different and that every day is beautiful. And really, every day is a gift, right?
Mhm.
Because you're still here. Every day is a gift. So make each day count.
And make that day about yourself. Make sure that there's always that self-care, always those things, because as you build a better structure with yourself, you're able to access a higher structure.
Yes. Yes. So make each day count. And everyone has value, including you. So make sure, like Kitty just said, perfect what you just said, Kitty, because everyone has value. And that's maybe part of the discernment. If there's endings that are happening or something you want to strengthen with someone, or start, everyone has value.
And
So,
that was something we learned from Chrissy this week. That whole idea of forgiveness and that you can work with somebody else's higher power and send it to that when they're ready to access it. I think that is part of everyone has value. This week will be a little bit about forgiving self and forgiving others too. So
yeah, that's great. I love that. And that does tie right into it. Does tie right into it. So make each day count. Make sure that you remember everyone has value, including yourself. And that is our vibe for the week. But we will see you later this week for some special, is it full moon?
full moon and Libra.
I'm always like full moon, new moon. I don't know. That's not my thing, but I try to remember. Anyways, we'll see you this week for some special full moon episodes. All right.
Namaste. Yes.
Bye. Have a
Bye.
great week.